You've been seeing it, haven't you? 1111. On the clock, on a receipt, on a license plate that pulled in front of you at the exact moment your mind went quiet. You told yourself it was coincidence. You told yourself you were just noticing the time more often. But it kept happening, and somewhere underneath the logic, underneath the explanations you built to feel safe, a quieter voice has been whispering, "This means something." It does. Here is what no one tells you about 1111. It doesn't show up when your life is stable. It doesn't appear when you're comfortable, asleep at the wheel of your own existence. It arrives at thresholds. At the exact moment you are standing between the person you have been and the person you are about to become. The universe is not showing you a number, it is showing you a door. And it has been trying to get your attention because you have been about to walk past it. Tonight, that stops. By the end of this, you will understand exactly what 1111 is telling you, about your path, about the people in your life, about the patterns you have been repeating for years without knowing why. And you will understand what you are supposed to do next. Stay with me. This is not random. You found this for a reason. Let's begin with the truth of what this number is. 1111 is the number of alignment. 4 ones standing side by side, like 4 pillars, like a gate held open. In the language the universe uses, ones are beginnings. The very first step, the spark before the fire, and when you see them repeated, amplified 4 times over, the message is not subtle. It is a beginning made undeniable. But alignment is the word that matters most. Because 1111 does not appear to tell you that good things are coming. It appears to tell you that you are lined up. Your thoughts, your energy, your circumstances, and the invisible current that moves through all things. For this brief window, they are pointing in the same direction. The gap between what you think and what you become has narrowed. What you focus on now moves faster than it ever will again. This is why the old traditions called 11A master number. Not because it grants power, but because it demands awareness. It is a wake-up call written in the fabric of ordinary life. The universe cannot shake you by the shoulders, so it speaks in the only language that slips past your defenses. Repetition, coincidence, the strange precision of a number appearing again and again until you can no longer pretend not to see it. Awakening does not feel like light at first. It feels like restlessness, a dissatisfaction you can't name, a sense that the life you built no longer fits the person living it. If you have felt that quiet ache that something is supposed to change, then understand this. The ache is not a malfunction. It is the beginning. 1111 is confirming what your soul already decided. You are not falling apart. You are waking up, so the number has your attention. Now hear the message behind it. The universe is not speaking to you in words. It never has. It speaks in synchronicity, in the pattern that emerges when you finally start paying attention. The song that plays at the exact moment you needed to hear it. The stranger who says the one thing you'd been praying to understand. The clock that reads 1111 on the night you almost gave up. These are not accidents, they are punctuation. The universe underlining a sentence it wants you to read. And the sentence is this: you are being guided and you have not been listening. Every one of us builds a life out of noise. Obligations, distractions, the endless scroll, the constant low hum of other people's expectations. In that noise, the signals get lost, so the universe raises its voice, not louder but more precise. It starts placing the same number in your path until the coincidence becomes too sharp to ignore. That precision is the point. It is proof that something is paying attention to you as closely as you are now paying attention to it. When 1111 becomes frequent, ask yourself a harder question than what does it mean. Ask, what was I thinking about the moment I saw it? Because that thought is the message. The universe is not sending a random blessing. It is highlighting the exact place your energy is already flowing, confirming a decision you're afraid to make, a person you need to release, a dream you buried because it felt unreasonable. 1111 is the cosmos saying, yes, that. Pay attention to that. You were right. The synchronicities will not stop until you respond. That is the nature of a true sign. It repeats until it is received. Now we come to the part that touches most people the deepest. love. 1111 is woven through the story of connection more than any other number, and there is a reason. Look at it, 2 ones and 2 ones, mirrored, standing apart yet identical. This is why it has become the number of the twin flame, of soul recognition, of the meeting that feels less like falling in love and more like remembering someone you already knew. If 1111 has been following you through a season of love, hold still, because this matters. It can mean a profound connection is approaching or already standing in front of you. A person who reflects you back to yourself so completely that being near them feels like coming home and being cracked open at the same time. Twin flame connections are not comfortable. They are transformative. They arrive to show you every place you still need to heal. But there is a second meaning, and it is the one people don't want to hear. Sometimes 1111 appears in love to show you what must end. If you have been trapped in a pattern, loving someone who cannot love you back, returning again and again to a door that only ever closes on you, mistaking anxiety for passion and chaos for chemistry, then 1111 is not blessing that bond. It is calling you out of it. The mirror works both ways. It shows you the connection that heals, and it exposes the one that keeps you small. The universe does not send this number to help you cling. It sends it to help you let go. Breaking a toxic pattern in love is one of the hardest things a human being will ever do, because the pattern feels like love. It feels like the familiar feels. Like home, even when home is a place that hurts you. 1111 is the universe placing its hand on your shoulder and telling you the truth you already know. This is not the one, and the one cannot arrive while you are still holding this. The chain has to break before the door can open, and that door is what 1111 has been showing you all along. So what do you do? When the number appears, in that instant, what actually matters? First, stop. Do not scroll past it. Do not file it away as a curiosity. The moment you see 1111 is a portal, and portals are open only briefly. In that second, your awareness and the universe's attention are touching. So pause, even for 3 breaths. Presence is the price of the message, and most people never pay it. Second, check your thoughts. Whatever was moving through your mind the moment the number appeared, that is the seed being watered. This is why 1111 is called a manifestation gateway. Not because wishes come true, but because in that aligned window, your inner state prints itself onto your outer world faster than usual. So if your thoughts were fearful, catch them, turn them. Deliberately place into that open moment the thing you actually want, not the thing you're afraid of. You are not asking, you are declaring. Speak it silently or aloud. This or something greater is coming to me now. Third, act. This is where almost everyone fails. They receive the sign, they feel the chills, and then they go back to sleep. But 1111 is not a spectator's number. It is a starter's number. 4 beginnings stacked on top of each other. It is demanding movement. The email you've been avoiding. The conversation you keep rehearsing but never having. The boundary you know you need to set. The dream you keep calling unrealistic. Take one step, however small, within 24 hours of seeing the sign. Because a beginning that is witnessed and then ignored becomes a wound. But a beginning that is answered becomes a life. And fourth, shift how you hold yourself in the world. 1111 asks you to move from the person things happen to into the person things happen through. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for proof. The alignment is not coming later. It is here, now, in the very fact that you keep seeing the sign. Trust it before you can explain it. That is what faith actually is. Not certainty, movement in the dark, toward a light you can feel but cannot yet see. So let's return to where we started, to you seeing this number again and again, wondering if you were imagining it. You were not imagining it. Every time 1111 found you, it was the same message wearing a different face. Wake up, align, begin. Let go of what is breaking you and reach for what is calling you. You have been standing at a threshold for longer than you'd like to admit. 1 foot in the life you've outgrown, 1 foot in the life that's waiting. And the only thing that ever kept you there was the pattern. The fear, the familiar ache you mistook for safety. But something is different now. You can feel it. The chain that held you does not hold you anymore. The door that seemed locked was never locked. It was only waiting for you to stop staring at it and walk through. This is the moment the pattern breaks. You are not the person who stumbled onto this by accident. You are the person the universe has been guiding patiently, relentlessly, back to yourself. The signs did their work. You are awake now, and what comes next does not depend on the number anymore. It depends on you, so the next time you see it, 1111, glowing on the clock in the dark, you won't wonder what it means. You'll smile. Because you'll finally know, it means you are ready. You always were.